When discussing elite quarterbacks in the NFL, they typically always have the 4 A's in common: accuracy, arm strength, acumen, and attention to detail. But what if I told you neither one of these is the main ingredient? What if I told you there may be a magical conspiracy brewing at the top of the NFL quarterback food chain? Now, before you call me crazy, I want you to look at a couple of examples. Now, we all know that Aaron Rodgers dated a woman named Blue from Earth, which might as well be Elvish for I'm a witch. And he just had another postseason where he fell short. Dated her right after that. Now, she claims she isn't a witch, but let me read from her Instagram. And I quote, 1, we will be diving into the teachings of gene keys, unlocking the potential hidden in our DNA. 2, learn how to build our altar and work with the elements through a devotional practice. That's page 1 of the witch playbook if I've ever seen it. So before you say it's an isolated example and that's only one, there is another one that is going to absolutely shock you. Tom Brady, the GOAT, is married to a witch, at least for now. Now, in his interview with a lesser razor company, he goes in depth about Gisele's witch tactics. Let's play the clip.
You know, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones, and she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes, and I say all these mantras. And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
Oh, no.
Witch number 2. Witch number 2. I'm at the point now where I'm really starting to question everything. Is Patrick Mahomes hooking up with Professor McGonagall at Hogwarts behind the scenes? Did Cooper Rush and Daniel Jones slide into the DMs of the chicks from Hocus Pocus before the season? Probably. Either way, we need to keep diving into this because there is a trail here and you can connect the dots. And we need answers before a house falls on one of them. Now, Cone, I'm going to bring you in first on this because I don't think you have ever seen that clip from Gillette. By the way, you need to go to Jeremy's Razors. It's way better than Gillette. That's a story for another day. But, I mean, let's be realistic here. Okay, it's one thing if I'm supporting you. It's one thing if I say, oh, I'm going to try and use magic to help you, joking around. It's another thing if I am building altars. Okay, I'm building altars with pictures of the kids. My name's now Blue from Earth. We're trying to unlock hidden DNA and building altars and going through devotional practices. She admits she's a witch. So the real question is, Cone, deep down in places you don't want to talk about, I'm starting to think that the people from Salem may have been onto something, and the Gisele thing has totally thrown me for a loop because she's super hot. What's one thing we see in movies of witches all the time? What do? They change their appearance to be super hot. You seen Beowulf? You seen? I feel like these guys just went to the set of Charmed and just started picking people out.
I'm still trying to come to terms with what I just heard.
He was serious.
You guys told me Aaron Rodgers was dating a witch. I said, yeah, that's the least surprising thing I've heard in 2022. Like, what's for lunch today? Let's move on. That surprised me right there. Tom Brady and Gisele being a witch. Like, when did this come out?
I have no idea. I just found it. Like, that's not even important. It could have came out 200 years ago. Here's where I'm worried for Tom Brady. All right? It's good when it's all going good with the witch. Okay? It's great when it's going good with the witch. Like Aaron Rodgers, he was dating the girl. It was going all right. What happens to Tom Brady when he gets on the other side of the witch plane and all of a sudden she's sitting in the press box with the voodoo doll poking pins in this thing and Tom's falling apart like Mr. Potato Head on the field?
It's a double-edged sword. Right
It is.
Here. It's a double-edged sword. This might be Tom's last year. I mean, who knows the voodoo craft that she's going to put on him? I mean, let's be honest here. Did Tom Brady sell his soul to the dark arts?
Did he?
That's what it looks like.
Slytherin
Is Tom
guy?
Brady a Slytherin guy? He's all nice. Hey, I do this, I do that. Next thing you know, he's speaking parcel tongue in the back with Gisele. I mean, at what point I can understand healing stones? I've seen that somewhat. Does it make sense to me? No. But you're taking eye drops and doing mantras. Next thing you know, you're cutting up goats in the backyard, starting a fire before games. Like, it gets to how deep is this? Is the Illuminati involved? Is Gisele in the Illuminati? Is Blue of Art in the Illuminati? I don't trust people who go out the caves to find themselves.
Yeah, that's me neither.
So
I mean,
he started with the power of intention, right?
Yes.
I'm big on that.
Yeah,
I love
let's
that.
totally-
Every night, hey,
let's do it.
visualize the
Attack.
touchdown pass the night before.
Yep.
I'm all about that.
play the game the night before.
Mantras, you know, I
Weird.
can still get
Weird.
behind it a little bit. Hey, Chad Powers, think fast, run fast.
Yeah, you
Think
ever been a
fast, run
midnight
fast.
yell?
That's his mantra. It can be innocuous. It can be innocent. He said that she said she's a witch,
She admitted to
but she's a good witch.
Yeah,
But
yes,
is there a good witch?
I don't know. I don't trust none. I met 3 of them. I don't trust any of them. But
You met all 3 of them?
not all 3 of these. 3 other ones. So we don't talk about that. That was a time. That was a crazy.
Is that old
time in my
Jake?
life. Yeah, we don't talk about old Jake. New Jake, future Jake. We don't talk about old Jake. I will say this: the part that gets me the most, the healing stone thing, Blaine. I don't know a lot of people that have done that. I don't know one person that uses a healing stone outside of Gandalf.
That's just like, it's not normal, but like it's more okay. You'll see
It's
that.
more mainstream?
Yeah,
That's
it's more
more
mainstream. You see
mainstream?
on TikTok. But mantras, why are you taking drops?
Well, the altars thing is what gets me. Okay, there's only 3 people that make altars. 1, witches. 2, serial killers. You seen the Dahmer documentary? The dude was about to build one. And 3, religious leaders. Because I mean, come on, you have altars in churches, all right? But when you're making your own altars, what do they have in common? You got to follow the common denominator here. Blue from Earth. Let's build an altar and work on our devotion practices. Gisele, let's build an altar and we can use magic and the dark arts to will Tom to his 35th Super Bowl. Tom Brady's 112 years old. How has he played this song? He's the only Benjamin Button we've really ever seen. Maybe it was Gisele Cone. Maybe it was.
Well,
and I hate to take away from Tom Brady's work. Wasn't great at Michigan. You know, you're with the Patriot. Like, I'm not saying he wasn't Tom Brady. Like, you didn't think he was coming out like Tom Brady. But look at this Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to combat that real
Okay,
quick, though.
go ahead.
I'm going to combat that. I just pulled it up. Brady started dating Gisele Bündchen in December of 2006. Before that time, he was a 3-time Super Bowl champ. He already had 3 in the bag.
Again, understand it. A lot of guys have won 3 though. Well, not a lot of guys. Guys have won 3 before. Like he's not alone in that. That's unbelievable. It's an incredible accomplishment. My thing is he's been able to play this long. That's my biggest thing. It's not even the talent. I feel like the Magic's more like narrowed and circumvented into I'm going to keep you healthy. I mean, what other quarterbacks really played that long? Name another one. This is football.
I don't know kickers that have played.
The NFL stands not for long, not for Tom Brady, not when you got a witch, but like Blaine said, it's a double-edged sword. You're on the other side of it. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers, who's drinking ayahuasca like it's cherry
I get
Coke.
it now, Aaron. I get it now.
You get, I mean,
If that's the key to getting Super Bowls, I get it.
no, but
I date a witch for Super Bowls.
Let's read this. This is another thing from Blue from Earth. Now, she said her name wasn't Blue from Earth. Your name is Blue, B-L-U. I don't believe you never referred to yourself from Blue from Earth. She says, so I put everything down and decided to put a blue wig on and paint my eyebrows and lips blue with my tribal markers and then draw all over myself on Procreate to create another piece of art just for the sake of blurring the lines between life and art. You know who else blurs the line between life and art? Ding, 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 witches.
Just sounds like someone who's like right before they're about to join the Suicide Squad. Like they'd say something like that.
That's not a, look, I'm all for people. I love art. We do art. We create art. We create content. But I'm not putting on a blue wig and painting stuff all over myself and building an altar and trying to summon spirits. Keep Ouija boards away from this chick. She also said a tipster told Awesemo Side Action that Blue of Earth identified as a witch and also claims she's a medicine woman. You ain't Dr. Quinn. Dr. Quinn did it straight up. We all know that. Check the records. She go from farmhouse to farmhouse. Everything's good. Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman, coming in here. Not Blue from Earth. Also, Blue's quite different compared to Rodgers' past relationships. She's not famous. All right, Danica was famous. Olivia Munn, super hot and also famous. She had 79,000 Instagram followers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and well, compared to Danica and those others, that's a drop in the bucket. She's the co-founder of a modern mystery school for women to reclaim the magical, radically authentic, wise, wild, unapologetic you. That sounds like a brochure to Hogwarts if I've ever seen one, at least the women's part. And she dabbles in the world of podcasting and retreating into off-grid solo caves to find herself. What?
Call me old-fashioned. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I do call you old-fashioned.
Okay, call me old-fashioned. Where are the Christian girls? Where are the Christian girls?
Not a thing anymore.
Huh?
Yes, I don't think that
we need
exists.
more Virgin Marys and fewer Hermione
Not a
Grangers
thing
out here. Harry Potter, I think, warped this whole generation of.
But in reality, guys, when it comes down to it, we'll talk about the Black Sox conspiracy because I love the conspiracy theories series that we're working on over here. We'll talk about was Michael Jordan's first suspension really due to him gambling? Was it a gambling suspension that he just went and played baseball under guys? There's a lot of conspiracies in sports, but we wanted to start with this one because I don't trust witches. I do trust the people a little bit from Salem now that I'm hearing this. And Blaine, we've always talked about the dark arts. If there's good magic, there's bad magic. Just like, hey, there's good food and there's bad food.
I don't know if y'all have seen the Wicker Man movie.
Oh, don't bring that
The
up.
Wicker
Don't
Man
bring
movie.
that up.
This just sounds to me like next thing you know, you wake up, you're in a teddy bear costume and you're punching chicks in the face to leave.
Yeah, and then they put
Is that what that movie's about?
I guess.
That's
the
legitimately the best part.
Have you not seen Nicolas Cage just punch that chick in the face?
Have you seen The Wicker Man, Cone?
No.
Oh.
At this point, I'm starting to think it's a biography of Blue from Earth.
Really? Should I watch it tonight?
You should,
No, so good.
You should watch it, but just know it gets really
Strap in.
weird.
Strap in?
Strap
At
in
the
for
end.
sure.
Nicolas Cage in it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Nicky's in it.
I like Nick Cage.
Look.
I do
He gets
too.
a lot of hate.
He does get a lot,
of hate. You know?
I like Nick
The
Cage.
Con Air accent, there's a lot going on. I have a question.
Better
While
Brian
we're
Kelly's.
talking about witches and wizards, I've had a question for a couple weeks now. I knew you guys would have the answer. If does the wizard have the power or does the wand have the power? I'm thinking specifically more like in the
You're
Harry
talking
Potter.
Harry Potter,
world.
Justin Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, but no, well, let's start there, but we can expand. I just want to know, like, if the wizard has the power, why does he need the wand? And if the wand has the power, then can't anyone use it?
Well, if Barry Bonds had the power, but he needed a bat to hit home runs, David.
Yes, but theoretically, anyone could use that bat and do what he did.
Not anyone. Well, I think it's this. It's kind of like asking what came first, the chicken or the egg. I think it's a little bit of both. I think you have power as a wizard. The wand has a certain amount of power. You got to connect with the wand, and you've got to. That's kind of like your what do they call it? Conductor of magic. That's what it comes out of. Now, I think you see some wizards; they're just shooting it out of their hands. I mean, the Emperor off Star Wars. I mean, he's just hitting you with electric bolts from the hands, who may or may not be related.
So that's
to
just
either one
the
of these
vessel. Like
Yes.
only the wizard can do magic, but he can't do it unless he has the wand because that's the vessel.
You know what? In the comments, somebody knows the true answer to this. In the comments, tell us. Blaine, what are your thoughts and theories?
Well, in Harry Potter, wands have certain powers. Like wands have different power levels. Like Voldemort's wand is supposedly
that.
the
We don't say
strong.
that.
You can't say it 3 times. Supposedly the strongest wand in Harry
Whose?
Potter. Okay, you get what I'm saying.
Which one? Who's wand? though?
Voldemort.
Cone, I don't
Voldemort,
want this
too.
dude to
All right?
pop up here
So,
and hit us.
but
with a
I
big
still think like wizards have power. They can gain power, but wands also have a power level in Harry Potter. But other than that, like you go to Gandalf, with the staff. So I mean, it's a good question, but I think it's a little bit of both. A good little
So
mix.
if Voldemort has the wand,
Hate you.
what? How do you say it again?
No,
you know how to
no,
say it.
we're not saying
You know
it,
how to
David.
say it.
Like we're not saying that. We're not saying Bloody Mary and spin around 3 times. What danger are you trying to bring to us? Well, you have
I'm
a
just
family.
trying to-
You have a family.
I'm just trying to figure out what.
Times are different these days. You're bringing crystal stones and drops. Like a while back, you're either in the bottom of the ocean or on fire on a stick.
That's
just
exactly
with the
right.
stones.
It's a great time to be a witch.
Yes,
it's a
for
great
sure.
time.
Witches are in.
Yeah, witches are in right now. Last question, guys. When do you think this started? Like I went back in my mind and I was thinking about quarterbacks from the jump. Obviously, Jim Kelly from Buffalo got on the wrong side of a witch. Every time they went to the Super Bowl, they'd lose. But you look at guys, maybe Brett Favre, he was hooking up with chicks. I mean, he could have ran into a witch. Sometimes they don't tell you. That's why you can't trust them. How many times you walk into a bar, see a pretty lady, hey, what's up? My name's Jake, you have great hair. It's like, hey, what's up? My name's Blue, I'm a witch. They don't tell you that.
Well, really, I mean, how old is Gisele? I mean, is she 300 years old?
That's another great question.
Do we not
where
know
was
how?
where was she in 1989?
Like, do we have pictures from back then? Maybe someone took a, oh, that's Gisele. I mean, how old is Gisele really?
And she just so happens to be like the most famous supermodel basically on the planet, within my knowledge of supermodels on the planet, which we know is vast and over Overcompensate.
I still can't believe what I heard.
Yeah.
He said that. Like, I don't think that was a joke either. Like, I think he may have been trying to be funny and a little bit, but I think deep down, maybe Tom's worried. Maybe that was Tom screaming for help. Do you think that was maybe like, when you come to the door, if there's like a domestic dispute and you ask like the woman, like, are you okay? And she has to make like the hand sign to be like, he's beating the hell out of me. Like, do you think that was Tom? Like, was he blinking a lot when he was saying that? Because again, once you're under the witch's spell, I don't care if you're Tom Brady, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or anybody, you're not getting out.
Tom, you did it to yourself.
You did it to yourself.
This whole time, I believe the cryogenic chamber theory, on the youth. But I guess it was something.
The price of winning Super Bowls is marrying a witch.
It's like marrying. That's what it looks like it is. I mean, I want to see who's Patrick Mahomes. I know you've been hanging out with girls. What's really going on?
Not a witch.
Not a witch.
Patrick Mahomes' fiance? No.
You'll never know. She's got you right where she wants you.
No.
She's got you right where she wants you. You'll fall for the trap, but you won't fall for the trap if you subscribe to Crane & Company. We got some more conspiracies coming. Make sure you check us out. Like and subscribe. Check us out every morning as well, 7:30 to 9 Eastern. You can find us there.